Hey girls, just a little scouting report for Baltimore. You guys, we know you've played them plenty of times, but this is just from their most recent match, and maybe give you a couple ideas and thoughts, at least seeing what they've got going on right now. It'll be a 4-4-2 diamond. They'll high press. Uh, the play forward as quickly as possible. They really will try and stifle any of our possession and make us play long. Their goalkeeper will punt really quickly and to spark attacks, so we want to be ready for that. They do, they're quick passing. They have quick passing of the ball, but it's pretty narrow. And they're decent in their transition to attack. Like whenever they have long or throws in our area, those are pretty much scoring opportunities for us because of the amount of numbers that they push up. So we'll start with their in possession. Just to, again, as a reminder, quick passes, look to play forward very quickly. You can see the two forwards, you can see their shape and how they're looking. Again, quick passes, play it in, and then not going to be as much wide area except for a forward that maybe runs in. But initially, all their build up is going to require them to look to play forward, or we'll ask them to look forward with how we're pressing anyways. So we just got to be ready as a back four. But as you can see, they're not impatient, but the ball can be won from them as they're building out. This is the same different clip, but the same kind of idea, that the left center back is trying to play, by playing it forward. So we want to make sure we're really tight on this so that they're not able to turn and create any sort of attack or anything. And again, you can see there's immediate pressure on the ball, immediate pressure on the ball, immediate pressure on the ball. So, nothing wrong with it. So it's just we're going to need to take care of the ball as well as we can. This is the third or fourth that I clipped that where it's this other center back trying to play the same ball. So for all of you midfielders that are playing in this match, just recognize that center backs are getting the ball. Your wingers are probably going to be preoccupied with their outside backs. So it's important for you guys to jump on the pass that comes in to their midfielder or winger that's coming in off the shape. Because that looks to be a pattern of how they're going to try and play. Like I said, it's narrow in their build up, trying to get it in. But you can see there's opportunity to transition as soon as they lose the ball. Another quick build up here gets to the outside back. Again, ball coming into a forward here, just played entered, and before they were playing it into this midfield. So again, we just want to make sure we're tight on that player when she's coming forward, and knowing if we have a back four and they have two central strikers, outside backs sometimes get caught. So and this is one of their forwards who definitely has a little bit of physicality to her. So we want to make sure we're answering that. So just their transition to attack as they gain possession of the ball, really quick 1-2 touch early and through. So let me see. Let me back that up just a little bit because it's a goalkeeper's punt regain. So you can see how their back four is, and then it's just her timing of her run in between those gates there that creates a little bit of an issue. So we want to be aware of that and deal with that right away. Opportunities for us to play in behind. So look at how high their line is. Again, for us, this is great because if we have our wide area players or two wingers, all of our wingers that can get in behind, we play that ball in early, and we should have some fun. Or up the middle if their center backs are unbalanced. And again, reminder, two touch is what they're playing for the most part in their own half, and then looking to play as quickly as possible forward. So, and as you see, when Skyline regains possession, you can see how spread out they are because the two forwards, we're making their runs. And now there's lots of room for us to play in between the lines, play in between the lines, and then get it into our attackers. As you can see how spread out they are. Okay, so if you look at this, just this screenshot, they lost possession, and then this is how they look defensively. So there's a lot of area for us to play, but our tempo has to be really, really fast. You can see the numbers they're pressing with. If this one's going to be that late, then very easy for us to just play into the areas of space. That she elects to play up the middle, but because they're attacking narrow, they're going to have more numbers there. So if we play out wide to our wingers a little quicker, unless Addie or the center forward at that point is wide open, look to find the wide areas. And just recognize that they also can transition to attack, and you can see how it leads to a goal for them. So sorry, let me back up just a bit. Because the opponent Skyline didn't play out wide there, as I was saying, now they had all those numbers there, and now they can transition to attack by playing it narrow into a forward, just slightly out wide, and now they have numbers inside the box. So again, just showing you what they have the potential to do, but very important for us to make sure we're spreading them out and make them defend us. Another ball out wide, much better for them there, and puts them under pressure. And again, pressing quite the high press. So now here's a transition to defend moment. So on the loss of that possession, can have an attack real fast. So again, I'm going to show it one more time. As long as we're stepping up and engaged and pressing, our midfield wins this ball in the middle of the field. They're 4v3, and that'll happen for us plenty of times on the weekend. How they press, you can see the one center forward is going to go to the center back, the other one's going to go to the outside back. And now you see the numbers they have in the attack. For us, I think we, can assume that they're going to probably drop more back to help against our speed. But, if they are going to press us, we just have to be able to break lines quickly with our midfield and make sure we get the ball into their half so that they have to defend, similar to how Skyline did there. Looks to force her back inside to play that long ball. And if they can win it back, then they're off to the races. And this is a good opportunity for us to see how we can get the ball wide because of the numbers that they're pushing up to press. See how she forces our right center back inside. So now we've got to solve this, by either outside back coming in, six coming in, somebody coming in to help this combination with our right center back. And they do a good job of just switching the point of attack as well. And very easy. And it's just purely the delivery there to get the ball in behind their back line, because you can see how high they were. Take a look at the goalkeeper punts. They can be dangerous. They're getting to about half field or just under. So very important if you see how far back they were for the punt. We definitely want to be up at least to the half initially, unless the wind is a big factor. Not really a thought here to roll it out. So just the big punt, make sure we have numbers around. And restarts in corners. So you know, anything can happen on game day. You know, we're just giving you some ideas on how to manage and what they'll look like when they have corners or when they'll defend corners. So, and that's all this is. I'm going to let most of this just run, but as you can see, just looking at their numbers, how they're attacking these corners, you can pause it and rewind it and take a look back. You know, whether the delivery is good or the delivery is poor, you know, it's just understanding how many players they're going to have coming in, and making sure we know that right off the bat. If they're on the goalkeeper, if they have how many players they have inside the six, what they do when when the ball is cleared out, you know, how do they respond and get the ball back in? And just here's just how they're set up, to defend a wide free kick. So, you know, there's clearly an opportunity right there, um, to play the ball, and numbers inside the 18 as well, or allowing numbers inside the 18. Yeah, and let me back that up, sorry. So you can see she clearly could have played out wide to a player as well. So if it's not going to be quality service, you know, make sure that we're, you know, putting, you know, creating an opportunity to play short, or at least showing them that we will. So it maybe it moves them. Same thing here on a short corner. Make sure that we have someone running out. You don't have to do it, but make sure we have someone running out because you can see how they're set up defensively. One more time, see how they're set up defensively and how many people they have in the six. So, again, just a review, scouting report, just to give you an idea, of how what to look for the weekend. You know, ask us if you have any questions. We're looking forward to seeing you guys play and see you this